How you guys doing? This is Martin. You know me from a series, How to Pay Off Your Car Loan in 36 months without giving up Starbucks or being cheap. Some of you have been watching my older recordings where you found out how I paid off my car 19 months. Some of you have been looking at my series on where I told you about got a generation, I call it Generation F 2020 class, or Generation NI, no interest. NIS, no interest in savings, because due to COVID they dropped the interest rate to like zero. So during my time I could put $5,000 in the bank. Mother passed away, I could put $10,000 of inheritance in the bank, get $1,000 back at the end of the month, so end of the year. So $1,000 is almost, back then 2000s, man, that's like I spent $640 for a studio. So 1 month, I was like 1 month worth of rent in a nice studio in Long Beach. Car payment was $293. So $1,000 of passive income where all I had to do was leave the money in the bank for a year and not touch it, was a car payment and a place to live. Person had that now, they wish they had $1,000. When you're like, I got all the homeless people at this one park I go to. Think the mom living with the kid in the car with two guys. I don't know if she's fucking them both. Kid, a dog, all this shit in the back of the trunk. Think they wouldn't want $1,000? Well, this generation will not know what it's like to have passive income. Not for at least 20 years. So that means all your money is at risk. That's why I came out with the Powerball Blackjack Retirement Program funds. I think I want to try to help you guys, especially some of you guys work in the warehouses. I know it's tough work, man, but it's tougher work trying to pay for that car you done bought. $300 or $400 car. Like, go to my place, people have all these fancy cars, but they don't want to pay $60 a month for a parking space. They'd rather have their car broken into, rather have their car towed, than get a place for the car to park. Makes no sense to me, man. But I never think that. I was like, I had a 2007 Beamer. I remember I had a parking space. I had a garage. I wasn't gonna leave my car out in no fucking sun or park up on the street and stuff. But that's what this generation does, man. It's sad, man. I go by these warehouses. People have all these fancy cars. Living at the end of the day, living at home, come home, do bizarre stuff, hooking up with partners. I live with 2 girlfriends, man. So I know how it is to try to live with someone. And you know what, when it gets bad? When a person's not paying their half of the rent, that's when things get interesting. But today I just wanted to give you guys a little lesson, you know? Because passive income, that's how people got rich. That's how a place like Google gets rich. Now, if you have 1% interest in a bank, at least 100 million, hey, a million, 10 million, that's not bad. But like say they want me to put $500 in the bank right now at 1% interest, that's only $5 at the end of the year. I could go big for $5, man. I saw a homeless lady, she's like here in the park, living out of her car. She probably got $5 worth of bottles in her car. I just give her $5 and I'll go to Stater Brothers, turn those bottles in, go inside, give me something to eat, man. Could do that. So what I want you guys to think about as you head into the 3-day weekend, what are you going to do for the next 4 months, man? What are you going to do with your money? What are you going to do with your attitude, man? This is a depressed economy. You're going to look. See all these houses down here? 20 million people out of work. Probably another 100 million took a pay cut. Now, how many people can you imagine in those houses took advantage of Donald? Oh, you don't have to pay your mortgage for a year. You don't have to pay your mortgage for that. How many of those are renters? Trick is, how are you going to get cut off? You lose your job. How are you going to get cut up with $8,000 worth of payments? Unless the bank puts the payments back on it, attaches that to the end, you know where you're going to keep up. You're going to lose the house. And then where are you going to go? Go to LA County? Well, LA County, they don't have a big price problem. They don't want to kick the people out. They don't want to pay the owner's rent. got rent control all over the place. And you want to see where a lot of people are going to be headed down in LA? Take a trip down to Skid Row. Go to Spring Street. Go to about 3rd and Spring. You see where a lot of people are going to be headed. Be like those kids I have here living in the park, man. I got the family. Got another guy, he lives out of his Nissan Altima. I think another guy, he lives out of his Camry. I mean, yeah, the generation, I guess it's smart to have a good car if you're going to live out of it. But where you going to sleep, man? You going to sleep in a rest area? I tried that for a while. I had to do that for a couple of months. Don't work if you're a guy. If you're a woman, you got a shot. But if you're a guy, you just want to go to the bathroom at night. You got some guy thinking you want to suck his dick and stuff. Hey guys, this stuff's getting old, man. And now it's even worse. At least back in the old days, March, especially the older guys, at least they can go to like the senior center, find them someone to screw. Now they ain't got nowhere to go. So now they hang around at the parks, parking their cars in the parking lot, you know, just scoping, looking all sketchy. So, hey, can we open up the senior centers at the very least so some of these child molesters and perverts can go find them some older women to fuck? Try that, Newsom. So, that's, where was I going? Just talking about, yeah, we're in a depression, man. And you know what you do in a depression? You know what all the rich people I see doing? Selling all their assets, going into expansion. Going into areas that the broke people have left behind. Didn't have the money to pay. Some hedge fund or some rich people will buy all those houses that go into foreclosure soon. Turn around, rent them out to Section 8. Won't do any repairs. They'll drag down the value of the neighborhood. I've seen it, man. Used to live across from Section 8, man. It's just nasty. I remember my grandmother passed away. This black guy comes out with all these tattoos. As I walk out my door, front door, I'm looking at his front door and I said, oh no, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. I already complained, called the police to talk about the noise. It's just, some people don't care, man. They're just, I see it, like even if you like Grant Cardone, you can spend 10 to 15 million. You still have crazy neighbors, man. Once they find out you're successful, once they find out you're not faking it like them, oh, they go crazy, man. Until they finally get kicked out or burn themselves out or sabotage themselves. So there's gonna be some challenging times. And now, with the election coming, what side are you on? Was COVID a trick? Was there really a COVID? So was that just a conspiracy theory for the homeless? Shit for the Democrats to get back in office? I don't know. But we all gonna pay the price. The price is now for you. Starts this weekend, Labor Day. This day people are working. Well, you got 20 to 25 million people ain't been laboring. And let's see how many of them go out and try to take a trip somewhere. Where you going, man? You ain't got no money. Ain't been working. You had that nice car you bought with that $600 unemployment money, or you just went out with your own money. I'm gonna give me a deal. It's only all the rich people are selling stuff, all the poor people are buying stuff. And there's more luxury cars in the ghetto than there is in Beverly Hills right now, or any rich area. Go take a look, man. So now I call it the generation live rich, die poor. That's basically what you got. Especially I like going in front of these supermarkets. They all go straight. I guess people will go to Trader Joe's with their nice cars, because they ain't in Vons. I go to Vons all the time. Ain't nobody in there. I don't know what they're doing in Trader Joe's, but I sure see a lot of fancy cars in front of the grocery outlet, 99-cent stores, Target. Whew, it's like, remember this one lady had her nice Land Rover going into Target. You know, in my time, if you did something like that, they'd talk about you. But this generation don't care. It's just all about the look. You say, hey, I know you look good, man. So, how much money you got on you, chief? I ain't got no money, man. I'm broke. Credit cards, I live at home, but I got a fancy car. I look good, though, man. can't clean my ass. But hey, I got a cool Mercedes. We'll go for a ride. Gas is $3.59. Can you pay for my gallon of gas? So basically what I'm saying is you head into this Labor Day weekend. What can you do to get yourself back to work? What can you do to save yourself money? Don't get caught up in the hype, man. We are in a depression economy. If it weren't for Trump and the stimulus, it would have been a mess. So today, just like I'm walking, you're like, why are you sweating, man? Why are you huffing and puffing? Huh? Well, this is what happened. The gym closed. Better to have, you can have a house with 9 people, like I go by the COVID house. 9 cars, well, it was 5 cars parked in front yesterday, 6 or 7. So better to have like 12 or 20 people living in the house that you call a family. There's a dog and people shitting and farting. It's like, all those cars. There's only 4 bedrooms in the house and 3.5 baths. I've seen like a similar model. I've seen the similar models that are there. So it's just nasty, man. But hey, I saw like a Porsche Explorer. They had like probably another car I can't think of. Maybe it's an Audi or BMW or something. So that's how they be living. They be probably head be up high when they're when they're rolling through the street. And they go home. Can we get inside, Mom and Dad? Can we get inside? I want to fuck my boyfriend in my bed. I'm living at home when I'm 30. Let's do some taboo stuff. You and Dad can, Mama, hear me fucking, come join me if you want. And that's what you tell me when you're like in your 30s living at home. Just say, hey, come over here, Daddy. I always loved you. Let's get it on. Same with the mom when you're living at home that old. I'm going to say, hey, man. Especially when you're going to screw your girl in the house, what you're saying. So, what I'm trying to tell you is freedom, man. Freedom is cash. Freedom is cash. What are you doing for your freedom? Don't get caught up in the Labor Day hype. Stay home, find some ways to make you some money.